tour today at Martinborough Vineyards, one of the region's pioneering first 4 wineries. Paul Mason is the latest in a long line of illustrious winemakers to work inside these winery walls and barrel halls.
Oh, these vines look amazing. They look like they've seen a thing or two over the years.
Yeah, these are the original vineyards, planted in 1979.
And they're looking just brilliant. The bunches are tiny though. Is that good or not?
Brilliant for us, yeah, we've had a fantastic season. The older vines, they typically produce a lot less than our other vineyards, so less bunches per vine, less berries per vine, but greater concentration because of that. You just got to look how thick the trunk is, just such a big, gnarly old trunk.
And there's one of your wines is named after an early woman in wine, Marisa Lee, is that right?
Yeah, going back 120 years now to the late 19th century. French woman came to this region, married a local, missed her vineyards of France so much, she planted a vineyard about 30 kilometres north of here.
Wow.
Her great niece married Derek Milne, who was the founder of Martinborough Vineyards. So there's a lovely family connection there, and we've named our new reserve Pinot after her.
In the cellar, you can find bottles which have won prestigious awards from pretty much any year since 1980, including the 1994 Reserve Pinot Noir, which famously earned the 1997 Bouchard Finlayson Trophy for Best Pinot Noir worldwide.
This is the current release, another great summer for us.
It's quite incredible how Martinborough Vineyards has evolved over the years.
It's probably more luck. It was sort of like foresight to plant the vineyard to start with, and then basically learn as they went along.
Oh wow. I see what you mean about the concentration of flavour.
Lovely depth of flavour, lovely tannins, lovely structure, beautifully seductive aromatics.
What do you reckon we'll be sitting here drinking in another 30 years' time? Still Pinot?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Most definitely.
I say cheers to another 30 years.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Just next door, there's another pioneering story. Jill Cleland's vineyard is called Kiwa, and they used to grow grapes for Martinborough Vineyards when Larry McKenna was the winemaker. But when Larry set out on his own journey, his favourite growers followed him. And now Larry and these growers are the escarpment team.
We decided that Larry was the one that made the wine, the good wine, and we would go with him.
So what is it like looking at the bunches here on your vines in your backyard and then tasting it?
It's beautiful.
It must be the most amazing feeling.
It's actually, after the grapes are picked, it's almost as if the children have left home. You sort of think, oh, but then you have a glass of this and it all.
Well, it's all right because I was getting a bit emotional there for a minute.
It's a very smooth wine, what I would class as a romantic wine. And as you sip it, you get a flavour at the front of your mouth, and then as you swallow, the flavour stays in your mouth.
Another one of Larry's very first growers is the remarkable Jack McCreenor, who at the flash old age of 90 still takes a keen interest in what Larry's doing on his Pahi vineyard.
How long have you known Larry McKenna?
Larry, a long time. He worked for Martinborough Vineyard next door. He was the boss man there. He liked what I was doing, and I admired his courage in the creation of a large vineyard that was his own.
Well, how does it make you feel looking at the way Martinborough is now?
I'm grateful to have been part of it. That gives me a great deal of pleasure.
Do you get to drink much of Larry's wine that he makes from your vineyard?
No.
You
Too expensive.
So it's high time we met the man himself.
Very good. Excellent.
Larry's escarpment philosophy revolves around single vineyard sites, so his Kiwa, Tirihua, Kupe and Pahi are all picked, fermented and bottled as separate wines.
So why the Māori names?
Well, we're focusing on Kupe as the founder of New Zealand in Maori mythology, and the eastern boundary of our property is known locally as the Ngāwakara Kupe, or the Three Canoes of Kupe. Gives us a sense of place within our district and as well as within the Wellington region.
you've got your vineyard here,
Yes,
Kupe,
yes.
but there are other people that are growing these single vineyards for you. So who
That's
are
right.
they?
It's Jack McCrenna, Jill Cleland, and Tim Barton.
You know what? We've been to see Jack already.
Good.
Popped in to see him on the way to come and see you. I've got something that he wanted to taste. Very expensive, according to Jack.
Oh, good.
The pahi. So,
Have a toast to Jack.
got a corkscrew?
Yes, I do.
Why are you still using corks?
We have no problem with screw caps. In fact, a lot of our wines go under screw cap. We believe that barrel-aged wines develop more successfully with a certain amount of permeability to oxygen.
Love the colour.
So this is 2010 vintage. Fantastic year for Pinot in this district.
Why? Why was it so fantastic?
Cheers.
No, I'm not going to cheers until I've tasted it.
All right,
I need to know if it's
all
up to scratch.
Why was
Because
it?
Jack thinks it's really expensive, but it's bloody worth it. So hold on. Smells good. Spicy, slightly mushroomy. Oh yeah, really luscious. Oh, yeah, you'll do. Cheers.
Well
Here's to Jack.
Yes, cheers, Yvonne.
You can't think Martinborough pioneers without including Atarangi's Clive Payton. From humble beginnings, he now exports his wine to 25 countries around the world.
You know, 1980, 81, there was nothing here, was there, Clive?
Absolutely barren.
So you decide that you're going to plant Pinot. Now this vine right here, that looks
My
as if
precious.
it's been in the... Is that your precious?
Oh yeah. It's precious because it was an illegal clone that was picked up at Auckland Airport in the mid-1970s by the only customs officer who was a winemaker at the same time, a guy called Malcolm Abel.
Okay.
So it's known as the Abel clone or the gumboot clone
Oh, the
because
famous gumboot clone.
it was in the guy's gumboot, and today it's still our favourite clone.
Wow.
There's a spider in there too.
Oh, is there? Oh my God. Oh, you're a tease. It is not. It's just a pip.
But how long to go? When do you think we should pick them?
Oh, I reckon about a month.
There's half a dozen beer on this.
Now tell me about the Crimson.
Supports a conservation project called Project Crimson, which is trying to repatriate Rata and Pahutakawa back into our ecosystems, if you like.
And so a little bit of the money that comes in from the sales of those bottles, they go towards the new trees.
Yes,
Oh, that's
quite a bit.
lovely. Right, Pinot Noir, yum.
Yahoo!
So what vintage is this, Helen?
So we've got the 2011 Atarangi Pinot Noir here.
Back in those early days, did it taste like this? Yes, no?
In a warm year, maybe.
In a warm year,
but
maybe?
yeah.
The main thing that's probably changed is perhaps the texture and the drive and the length of the wine.
Clive's won his pretty prestigious award, well-deserved ONZM. Yes, you can get the medal out again if you feel like it. But what's the highest accolade that Atarangi's ever won for a wine?
In 2010, the industry giving us an award, Tipuranga Taite o Aotearoa, which means Great Growth of New Zealand. One of just 2 Pinot Noirs in New Zealand to be recognised, just I think for its special sense of place and its heritage. But also they talked about recognising the contribution that Atarangi had made to the evolution of Pinot Noir in New Zealand.
Cheers. Cheers to the evolution of Pinot.
Cheers.
But not everyone in Martinborough focuses on Pinot Noir.
Hello. Hi. Come on out.
Hello.
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 How you going, David? Nice to
Welcome.
see you.
Welcome,
Excellent. You've been busy?
Yes, cleaning. 3 weeks and we'll start picking. So
right?
all the equipment has to be clean, ready for the winemaking.
Oh, for harvest. How small is Cabbage Tree Vineyard?
Oh, very small. It's just a 2-person operation, me and my wife. And we have 4,000 vines.
I looked at those bottles and the dates are quite interesting, you know. Why the older wines?
So we believe in aging the wine before we release it. So the red wines are 2 years in the barrel.
Okay. Well, that's
And-
quite a long time, isn't
Yes,
it?
and 2 years in the bottle before we release them.
That's a lot of time and money kind of tied up in keeping those bottles slowly maturing. Must be worth it in the end, though.
Yes.
And the most popular wine here is their barrel fermented Semillon.
Oh, wow, that's a hefty slug there, David. Thank you. Did you have a couple of years where it was a little bit sort of touch and go, or did you get the handle of it pretty quickly?
Well, surprisingly for me, I actually cottoned on pretty soon, didn't I, dear?
Yes.
It wasn't cheap or slow and learner. I couldn't afford not to be. I would have had the winemaker grumbling because they had no wine, no grapes.
The first crop was very successful.
Oh, very good. I can smell like freshly cut hay and sort of dried herbs and white flowers and white peaches, and it's just beautiful. And there's that lovely toasty sort of note running through it.
So that's the barrel fermenting that I think brings the flavours out of the wine.
It's about having fun.
Oh, look, we saw something in somewhere that said, in wine there is happiness, fun and enjoyment, or something like that.
Cheers to that. Cheers to happiness and fun and something like that.
On the other side of town, with vines stretching across the Martinborough River terraces and all the way up this limestone-rich hill, Murdoch James are making the most of their unique terroir.
Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Nicola. How's it going? Good. You know what? This is the very first time I've actually been to a Martinborough vineyard on a hill.
It's the only vineyard in Martinborough on a hill, I believe. Steve will know. He comes up and down this hill every single day.
Yeah, to my knowledge, it is the only one.
What's the hardest challenge that you've got growing here?
I guess getting through the season some years is very, very difficult, particularly in these exposed sites. It's pretty challenging. It's a pretty harsh environment up here sometimes. The wind's blowing sort of 100 knots, as it does quite regularly.
But we're frost-free.
Right.
We don't have to spend money on wind machines.
That's always a good thing.
In fact, when the frost comes in and everyone in Martinborough is having their coffee in the morning, bemoaning the fact they've been up early, Steve will always say, I just had to snuggle down under my duvet.
Do you?
I have been known to say that.
Yay, so this is the Syrah.
So this is the Syrah. What's interesting is that we're making it very much in a Pinot-like style. So we're really after length of flavour rather than width.
It's soft, it's quite plush, and yet there's that lovely, the peppery, spicy violet note that you expect in Syrah, but it's not over the top. It's very kind of smooth, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we hand plunge. We plunge the fruit quite a lot. We hand sort it, and we use a lot of traditional methods. So at the other end of the process, when we're finishing the wine, we love to use some egg whites, and they really soften and smooth the texture of the wine.
The free-range chicken farm where Carl gets his eggs, and the chicken farmer has separated the young chickens from the mature chickens because young chickens lay an egg with more egg white or albinum, which is what we're after.
So there we go. Happy chickens make happy wine.
Who would have known? Cheers.
Cheers.
Tikairanga sits on the site of the first vines planted in Martinborough 50 years ago, but they've certainly moved into the modern world.
So Pinot Noir is quite a big focus here at Tikairanga.
Pinot Noir is the total focus.
The total focus. Oh, I like that.
Yep. But
would you like to try the John Martin?
Oh, John Martin Reserve Pinot Noir. This is something that I keep getting told to try.
We do 3 Pinot Noirs. This is a special selection of the best parcels of the vineyard.
Oh, far out. There's so much going on in this wine. I'm sort of stuck for words, really.
Rich dark fruit.
Definitely.
And also very deep, savoury, earthy characters combining. So
lots of spices.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Those characters seem to come very strongly from the Pinot vines we have growing here on the terrace. I want fine, fresh fruit flavours to come through. I think that's very important in the wines we'll be making here. Something with elegance, pleasure, but also enough richness to carry the wine through.
So Martinborough's Pinot Noir.
Tell me, what does Tikairanga actually mean?
The translation is a place of plentiful food. And so there were traditionally gardens, Maori gardens around here on the lower levels down below.
Okay.
And I think that translates really well into good wine and also the emphasis we have on wine and food together.
Tikairanga is part of a network known as the Wharekauhau Food and Wine Society.
In conjunction with the Wharekauhau Country Lodge, which is down on the coast, on the Wairarapa coast here. We love wine, we love food, this is what it's all about. And
so nice synergies between the lodge and the wineries. And well, cheers. What a wonderful story. Fantastic.
Haythorn Cornthwaite Vineyard was planted in 2005 by Mark, a wine enthusiast originally hailing from South Africa.
This is the Pinot Gris. Lovely cream.
And with the help of his wife Susan in the tasting room and Glenn out in the vineyard, they now have some very happy vines in their backyard and some tasty wines under their belt.
Pinot Noir to the left of me, Pinot Gris to the right. Glenn, is it quite different managing the Pinot Noir and Pinot Gris?
Very different. The Pinot Gris is a lot more vigour.
Right.
The bunches, we drop half the bunches in the Pinot Gris.
So it just grows and grows and grows.
If we don't take it off, it ends up as a light, flavourless, watery wine.
Ooh.
We've found a 4-leaf clover. We've found a bunch which has Pinot Blanc on it and Pinot Gris on the same bunch.
That's amazing. I have never seen that before.
We also did this exactly the same, finding a Pinot Gris bunch with some Pinot Noir on it.
That is amazing. So, Glenn, when you're wandering through the vineyard and you see something like this, do you sort of pick it and put it under your pillow and wish for something?
I take it to the tasting room so everyone can visualise it.
What other grapes do you grow?
We also grow Gewürztraminer. And
I love Gewürztraminer.
There's only one other vineyard in Martinborough that has persevered with Gewürz. It's our passion. It's the wine we love. So we make a dry Gewürz, an off-dry Gewürz, and then at the other end of the spectrum we do an Auslese or late harvest Gewürz.
Ooh, yum.
And then we also do a true dessert wine, which is 100% botrytis.
Very temperamental.
It's very temperamental.
It's quite a tricky one to grow.
Very sensitive flower.
Yes, the
I
flowering
have quite a
time.
sensitive flower.
Well, my name's Chris Buring. I've been in this game a long time. We're contract winemaking we have been doing it for up to 15 different vineyards around the lower half of the North Island.
My name's Polly Buring, and this is our 11th vintage coming up. I do all the lab work. I used to be a scientist in a past life.
So we've brought the whole team together to try some of the wine, starting with the dry Gewürztraminer, simply called Susan.
This is a really, really lovely, really floral Gewürz, isn't it?
Beautiful Gewürz, this one. This is my favourite, the dry Gewürz.
Chris, what is it about making Gewürztraminer in this style that spins your wheels?
It's because it expresses exactly what the fruit's about.
How nice to be able to work for, these guys who actually love, how many things? 4 different Gewürztraminers.
I can't stop talking about it because it's their love and it's mine too, and Polly's. We're all very enthusiastic about Gewürz.
Alice, do you like this wine?
Yes, I love it, especially the spicy part. For me, it's kind of gentle and also a flower flavour in it.
Oh, yeah, it is. I see there's another one on the table.
We have an Auslese. This is a 2011, which has got the most gorgeous nose.
All right, let's give it a go. Oh my goodness.
Is it gorgeous?
How's that smell? There's Turkish delight, sweet flower pollen, and there's a honeysuckle and ginger and spice, and
it just says, drink a little more of me because I'm so good.
What about you, Glenn? Are you a Gewürztraminer fan?
I'm not really, to be quite honest. I like the reds.
This is a wine that's going to be still drinking beautifully in 2018 and 2019. It's just at the beginning of its life, but it's got the most beautiful flavour for all of that.
And it's wonderful having these 2 glasses in front of me because I can just go cheers to you all. Cheers. Lovely. Boom, boom.
The hunt for the holy grail of Pinot Noir led German couple Kai Schubert and Marion Daimling to Martinborough 15 years ago, and they've never looked back.
And here's our Marion's Vineyard Pinot, 2010 vintage.
Look at that colour. Wow. Really lush.
Nice red fruit aromatics. I mean, the Marion's is always our more elegant style Pinot Noir.
And it's named after someone very elegant, isn't it?
Of course, that's Marion. And Marion, she's the one who actually does all the real work in the winery. Yeah.
Hints of the cherry and the berry, lots of spice, but it has this underlying sort of quite complex,
a bit gamey, earthier.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, these are the linkage points to the cuisine. For me, wine and cuisine always go together because, well, I started with food first, and then I got interested into wine, because really wine and food is 1 + 1 makes 3, basically.
So true.
Yeah.
Kai and Marion also have another couple of wines that I'm pretty keen to try.
Lovely. Perfect for a sunny afternoon.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. That's a gorgeous smell. Really tangy and like almost citrusy.
The area where I'm from in Germany, it's quite far in the south, pretty close to the Swiss Alps actually. So we have Pinot Noir there, but mostly actually our Pinot Noir goes into this wine style, because most years we do not quite get it quite ripe enough for Pinot Noir.
Right.
It's a fruit sweetness there, but not from sugar. You know, so you get the sweet fruit aromatics, but it has this really clean finish, refreshing finish, because there's no residual sugar.
Syrah. I noticed this in the cellar door. I decided that when I wanted to put it on the table because...
Definitely work. Let me open the bottle, because we are very old and traditional and use corks, actually. I would like to just see some more years, you know, what our colleagues say about their experience with screw cap, and then I'm happy to follow, you know. I would be even happier to follow if Romani Conti, Mutter Rothschild put screw caps on their bottles. I mean, we export about 90-95% of our wines, and we are now in 35 countries, and good point, actually. Martinborough is really on the map. I mean, that's actually how we came here in the end, and really we were blown away with the quality over here. I mean, finding a good Pinot producer here and there in the world, we did, but finding a whole village where everybody produced really high quality Pinot, that was something special.
So were you as enthusiastic about this expedition over to New Zealand?
I was quite enthusiastic about Kai.
Right. So that was
I probably followed the call of Kai before I followed the call of Pinot Noir.
So, do you know, the Syrah is so beautiful. It just kind of opens up in the glass. And a lot of people don't associate Martinborough with Syrah.
It's a really interesting style of Syrah that we can produce here. It's really more like Northern Rhone, you know, with this kind of almost white pepper kind of and fruit characters, not the jammy fruit. And it's a really elegant style. I mean, I almost call it like a spicier version of Pinot Noir.
I really like this. I can't wait to taste this with the barbecue.
There's some lamb.
Lamb
of lamb.
Oh, and I like the little buttered mushrooms. Bob, you're the original owner of this plot of land, and you were the one that planted the grapes. How does it feel to sit here now, 14 years later, to see what Kai and Marion have done to the place?
I always think that I couldn't have sold it to a better couple.
Thank you.
Cheers to that, Bob.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
And to Kai.
Salute.
Salute. And to you, Marion. Wonderful.